Atlas. Da 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 da. Studio Zero.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your septic, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
I don't know what I expected. It's not this.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you.
I guess that's the type of opening.
By my hand.
Oh, we all saw that was by your hands.
Fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
I suggest this guy.
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war.
A shame.
One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
That was a type of opening, for sure. I think because of Persona 5, I just thought it's going to be in, like, the now time, not in, like, ancient history. But interesting concept, I guess. Interesting concept. Okay, give me system settings real quick. Auto advanced now. Anime subtitles? Oh, commercial art. Yeah. Settings, let's go. I hope sound is okay, chat. Sound is alright. Can you hear everything well? Let's go in.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon
But this
my
is modern
curiosity,
times.
But would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Oh, does the main character have a proper name again? Like they always have a proper name. Let me Google that. ReFantazio main character name. He's called fucking... Okay, he's called Will. I guess we're naming him Will now. Would not have been my first choice. But hey, if his canonical name is William, let's go with Will. His name is indeed Will. It seems, according... Let me go back to Google. According to Google, that's his name. In Discord, in both English and Japanese, the protagonist's canon name is Will. Yeah, during a demo. Oh, he's named Victor in Spanish. Huh. Should I go with Victor? Cause I'm still a tiny bit into Arcane.
A most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world.
You never heard the name Will?
To me, you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so
based on
far
reality?
If
Oh, that's a different
indeed you wish to
that's a
cross
different
to our
fandom.
world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question: Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination?
A certain
Would you call
degree?
it a powerless creation?
Now, not always. To a certain degree, it's limited to whatever you can imagine. But I wouldn't call it a powerless creation.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come. And thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself. So, let this tale
There was a lot
begin.
of big man words. Okay, do we want to play on normal? I'm not gonna play on whatever this shit is. It can be changed. I think we can start on normal. And if I suck too much, we can go to easy. How does that sound, Chai? Because we can change this. I guess this one is not changeable. Yes, I would like to start on normal. I believe in the power of my abilities. Maybe a tiny bit. Oh.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
Hide, you little thing.
Bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if
The music
you're
is still way
against
too loud. You gotta tune that down a bit more.
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on! Hey, keep it moving! Hurry it up! Next one!
Our character doesn't seem like he's fitting into this world, I'll be completely
What
honest.
have we got here? He's an elder!
So he is. No horns, no knife is.
Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
Not my butt! That, by the way, has a Kingdom Hearts heart. But maybe that's just me. Come on, help him. Oh. He's doing the... That's very bloody. Is this an 18 plus game? Wasn't it 16?
Now fall in line. That's the one that gets
Oh, I had 2 bloody death. 3 dead bodies covered in blood in the first 50 minutes.
I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Make that maybe 4? We at least have a concussion out of ours. At least a concussion. If nothing else.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey,
Yeah,
you okay?
based on that opening
Still going
cutscene,
on
I'm not
trapped?
sure though.
Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
I have a concussion! Do you see how high that is? I don't know if this could have gone any worse. The only worst thing is they could have killed me. Are you alright?
Are you alright?
Been worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right?
Her
The mission's
outfit
more important than
does
either
not
of our
resonate
lives.
with me.
If we screw this
It
up,
looks like a
there's
beach
no going
outfit.
back.
She's ready to go to the beach and have a good afternoon there. It's Radio Desert. Okay, I have a
Think we'll make
sword as well. You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. Okay, no, don't order this. I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Use L to move, hold R2 while moving to dash. Press circle to dodge enemy attacks. Is this not turn-based? Is this open combat? Is this not turn-based? Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the minimap to see which way to go. You can view tutorials you've seen before in the main menu.
Let's go.
This is not turn. As you can... I just wanted to dash. Wait, I'm sensing something close. The move. Oh. That thing is ugly as fuck. Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed it yet, though. Press Alt-2 to use Face Sight. This ability lets you see what Galika senses in the environment. Oh, her name is Galika? When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as unknown. Prepare as best you can.
Okay.
Can I find it? Should I find it? Can I fight something? Oh, it is open world. Oh god. Do not interact. Okay, get it. I am caught off guard by the fact by the fact this is open world combat. I thought it's turn-based.
Look.
I was fully prepared for that. Learn my lesson, don't just hit stuff. Don't just go ahead and hit stuff.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
refresh my memory.
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our job.
Could be a problem. Did you look at me?
And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
What are you? Is it healing? You heal me?
Right.
It says the music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Galika's magic is inspiring.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Is she my music player? Is that what she is? A music player?
Look. Over there.
It's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Thread is already in sight.
Let's go.
Okay, the music is very loud. I thought I set the music down. It's very good, but very loud. Was it too quiet now, chat? Should be okay though, shouldn't it? I think so. Okay, there are glowy things. Can I get the glowy things? About aggroing something? What is this?
I don't like this.
What do you mean you don't like this? Can I not jump?
Great find.
Okay, I
Keep
can't
it.
jump.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
I'm grabbing everything. Listen. I'm a go and grab everything. This is giving me, by the way, Tales of vibes right now.
Hurry!
You're after us? Who's after me? This is bad.
Not good! Run for it!
Oh yeah, this doesn't seem good.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785.
I didn't read the subtitles and I just hit Ukrainia, like
Uchronia
Ukraine.
is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its
I was
king.
very confused for a hot second there.
Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
A great seeker, bearer of fantasy and power. Hear my wish and come forth from my epoch of glory to grant me thy... The first one was there for ages and the second one just disappeared immediately? I don't know. Grant me something. Grant me my wish of eternal heroism or so. I don't know.
Whoa, just look.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Get on with it then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known.
This is so much darker than I expected, I'll be honest.
You will hang by the neck until dead.
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid. Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here, in the whole city even.
Do I get an explanation what that means?
The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a
It
dopey
just sounds
elder
like
kid's gonna stick out
croissants.
like a sore thumb. Try to keep
Maybe
your
I'm
head
also
down.
just hungry, who knows?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
He got a sword through his stomach.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
Do I get a little history lesson? What happened?
His son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now.
So I'm not coming from
There is no one
present
else to
day,
turn
okay.
to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot.
It seems like a lot for only delivering one singular message. Like, don't get me wrong, but...
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway,
Of course it was my
getting to the
BFF.
capital was only the beginning.
My childhood BFF.
Now comes the real high stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it.
So you
Nobody's
shouldn't
gonna say
discuss this on the bright road,
Step one.
where everyone is
Let's
gossiping.
figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard considering the need for soldiers.
Can I walk around? Can I take a look?
So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for advice. Press R1 to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing triangle. Galika always has good ideas. Or so she thinks. Press up in the safe areas like towns to save your progress.
Whatever will I do?
Okay, let's make a save file. Let's make a save file. Traveling boy. Okay. Aw, Kokoriko! Does it have ears? Look at that. That's kind of cute. Sir, hello? You don't have time for detours right now if you're lost. But
Stop!
yeah, may I ask you to step away from the accumulator? That goes double for one of your tribe. Accumulator? Looks like you don't know anything. Oh, pathetic.
What do you think you're playing at?
If you have no business here, then be gone. You're getting in the way of my work. Rude.
That's terribly unfair. But what is there to do now?
That was no ordinary animal. There were traces of something gargantuan crawling about after all. So many rumors concerning monsters in the wasteland. But it's all you hear about these days.
Not what
True, but I read about them in Julian's book. It claims there aren't any near the royal capital
That's
yet.
terribly unfair.
Okay.
Ford's the only game in town.
Can I chat with the cute? You don't quite look like a horse, but I think you are supposed to be one. I can't chat with animals though. That is a tragedy.
What's going on?
Oi!
Here we are, Grand Threat. Frankly, I don't have good things to say for how Perippus are treated here. We know, we don't need you telling us. We got attacked by a monster in our hometown. We had no choice but to come here. Regardless of how we're treated here, we gotta make it work. Are those the dog people? Yeah, I think Perippus something. Let me just talk to you. Are you less aggressive? Although you walked all the way here? Don't tell me you run into some trouble, huh? Oh, hold on. Probably kicked out the carriage, were you? My sympathies. That's being elder for you, I suppose.
What to do?
Okay. Wasn't as rude as the other one.
Just can't stand it.
Until a few years ago, gauntlet runners used to park here in this carriage parking area. Looking at them was the only thing I looked forward to, but nowadays, there's a ban on them or something. Okay, sure.
That's the end of this man here. It's ridiculous.
Idiot.
What about you? But to believe me, I saw it with my own 2 eyes. The monster was attacking our town and... Oh, come now. If any of that were true, the army would have already been dispatched. Enough of your daft stories.
Unfair.
You probably just got spooked by a wild dog and mistook it for a monster. A normal man would have just moved on, yet here you are, harping on about it.
Peasants.
Anything else? What do you mean I'm ruining your bus? Who was that? Who was that? Huh? Which one of you was insulting me? Don't psst me. Is it you? Is it you? Do you think you're someone better? Huh? It's because I don't want your horns? Let's go where we are supposed to go. Let's go where we're supposed to go. I'm just getting insulted here. Which, to be fair, is very rude.
Oh God, grant me guidance. Closure.
The royal funeral for His Majesty the King will be held at the Grand Cathedral. Naturally, His Eminence Fordham will be in attendance as well. You may gather at the Grand Cathedral on the day of the event.
Grant me guidance.
When is the day, though? Oh.
Look
Hello?
at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
What's a magic igniter? I mean, I can guess it's channeling the magic that you have inside, or like from the weapon itself, or like an item.
Magic igniter.
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I
Abracadabra.
like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy
Hello, lady.
and an elden child.
Shady woman.
Are you new to our
I wouldn't
fantasy?
mind.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the Lord.
You're not exactly low profile yourself, madam.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something
I don't know,
that
am
might
I?
catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
I bet it's very expensive. How much?
How much is it?
You're not really going to fall for that, are you?
No, I'm not.
How
I
would you
just
even
want to
what the
know.
royal scepter looks like to begin with. You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
Why do I get judged so hard? I just wanted to know how much he's scamming
Of
me.
the crown's sovereignty, passed down through generations. If you believe the legend,
Hi, Arigato.
it
How you
houses
doing?
incredible magic, world-shattering power.
More practically,
let me put chat a bit higher.
You might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it?
Very tragic.
Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
Sightseeing. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
I guess.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
It wasn't me this time. I wanted to go to the main story, okay? And the game was like, oh, but what if I give you another thing?
This is a joy.
Do the Lycan Magic Association igniters have to be so damn expensive? True, she never told me how much that was. Maybe I could have bought it. Who knows? Maybe I'm a millionaire. Though I suppose the magic igniters are pretty costly. I hear you, mate. Maybe I'll lodge a complaint with the shop owner. You know, like I did at the exchange earlier. Well, the shop is owned by Brigitte Lycan. I heard she isn't one to be trifled with. Regardless, if I'm a paying customer, let me speak with her. Did the shitty lady just disappear?
This place.
So this shop sells igniters. One of those sure would come in handy, though we can't afford that. Okay, I cannot talk to the lady. It's fine, I got her. I joined the army because I looked up to Lord Lewis, but now I get my arse handed to me if I so much as mention her. What's the state army gonna do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things currently. Well, I'm not a decent recruit either. Oh, the recruitment place? Go down the street towards the cathedral and it will be the building on the left. Looking to enlist as a soldier? Not like there's other work for elders, I guess. I'm not gonna react to this. Well, nothing left to say? Then move along, irritating little shite. I've given you more than enough. Why is everyone so rude? Holy shit.